Hi everyone, my name is Gillian. The sustainability issue that I've chosen to speak about today is the global sand crisis. The reason I decided to talk about this is because it isn't what I would typically think of as a sustainability issue, and therefore I think it's important to highlight. The article that I have based my topic selection off is from The Conversation. There are, however, numerous articles that detail this issue all over the world. I have provided a list of links to some of these articles at the end of this video for anyone who wants further information on this issue or to see where I got my information from. So firstly, what is the sand crisis? Essentially, there is an overexploitation of global supplies of sand. Sand is increasingly becoming scarce in many parts of the world. For example, Vietnam's domestic demand of sand is much greater than the total reserves of the country. The continuation of this trend can result in the country running out of construction sand by 2020. This is just one of many examples. According to The Conversation, sand and gravel now exceeds fossil fuels and biomass as the most extracted materials worldwide. Sand is a key component of many things such as concrete, roads, glass, and electronics, and in 2010, 11 billion tonnes of sand were mined just for construction. Production rates have increased by 24% in the last 5 years, emphasising the extreme demand of sand worldwide. Traditionally, sand has been a local product. However, due to mass shortages and sand mining bans in some countries, sand has become a global economy. From this, the international trade value of sand has increased almost sixfold in the last 25 years. Because of this, illegal trade in soil and sand is occurring in countries such as India and Italy. There are also issues surrounding countries that have high rates of sand importation, such as Singapore. This has resulted in disputes with other countries like Indonesia and Malaysia. So besides shortages, what are some further effects of over-extracting sand? Regarding the environment, extensive sand extraction results in physical alterations of rivers and coastal ecosystems, and it results in erosion. Sand mining also has an effect on a variety of animals such as fish, dolphins, crustaceans, and crocodiles. Along with these environmental impacts, the over-extraction of sand also affects people in the form of beaches and wetlands no longer being able to protect coastal communities from surging seas. This in turn makes these communities more vulnerable to destructive natural events such as floods and storm surges. Further to this, health can also be affected, such as extraction activities creating new standing pools of water that can act as breeding grounds for malaria-carrying mosquitoes. This is an example of an environmental effect of sand extraction from the Yangtze River in China from 1995 to 2013. So with any sustainability issue, measurement issues are also present. In my opinion, and as seen with the view expressed in the Conversation article, the key issue with sand measurement is that many don't know about sand extraction as a sustainability issue. Therefore, why would we bother measuring it? Due to the lack of importance placed on sand extraction, current measurement practices are poor, underestimated, and uneven in many countries. Measurement also often doesn't include non-constructive purposes of sand use, for example, beach nourishment. A typical response to managing a sustainability issue is to enforce some type of regulation. However, as sand is a common pool resource, it is open to all and easy to get, and in turn very difficult to regulate. There are currently no international conventions to regulate the extraction, use, and trade of sand. This is a huge problem considering sand demand is only going to continue to increase due to expanding urban areas and rising sea levels. So, what is the solution? Firstly, sand needs to be recognised and treated as a resource, just as air and water is treated worldwide. From this, a global strategy needs to be developed. This should include limitations for countries and organisations, as well as financial penalties for exceeding these thresholds. In this, it is also important to develop global and regional sand budgets so states and countries can work together to achieve more equitable sand allocation. In conclusion, through education and government policies, hopefully the sand crisis can begin to lessen and sand can be recognised as an important resource worldwide. Thank you.